Chimamanda, the Lord of the Winds. In the vast pampas of Argentina, there is a legendary being whose story has been told for centuries. Chimamanda, known as the god of the powerful and changeable winds, Chimamanda is considered the master of the sky and is believed to control the weather. Maya, who lived in a small settlement, would ride horses with her father in the pampas every day. Her father would tell her stories of Chimamanda, explaining the power and changeability of the wind. Maya was fascinated by her father's stories, listening to the whispers of the wind and believing in Chimamanda's existence. One day, Maya and her father were caught in a violent storm. Thunder roared, lightning flashed, and the wind blew fiercely. It became difficult to control their horses, and they began to search for shelter. Then, in the distance, they saw a light. They ran towards the source of the light and took shelter under an old tree. In the shelter, Maya asked her father, "Father, why is Chimamanda so angry?" The father smiled and said, "Maybe he just wants to play a little too much today, my daughter." Gradually, the storm began to calm down, and the sky cleared. As Maya looked up at the sky, she thanked Chimamanda. The legend of Chimamanda reflects the Argentine people's respect for nature and their admiration for the forces of nature. The wind is seen as both a life-giving and destructive force. Chimamanda is the embodiment of this power. The legend also reminds us of how small and helpless humans are in the face of nature. Vuelven, the returners. For those living in the high mountains and vast plains of Bolivia, death is simply another stage of life. At the heart of this belief are the Vuelven, or the returners, the spirits of the dead who are believed to visit their families every year on All Saints' Day. Rosa, who lived in a small village, had heard many stories about the Vuelven from her grandmother. Her grandmother told her that the Vuelven came to their homes every All Saints' Day, ate with them, and chatted. Rosa believed her grandmother's stories and eagerly awaited this night every year. On the night of All Saints' Day, the villagers would carefully decorate their homes and prepare special meals for the Vuelven. Rosa and her family also set the table. At midnight, they felt a slight breeze in the house and heard soft footsteps at the door. With a pounding heart, Rosa walked towards the door. When she opened it, she saw her grandmother. Her grandmother smiled and walked in. Rosa and her grandmother talked for a long time. Her grandmother gave Rosa advice about life, love, and hope. Before dawn, her grandmother said goodbye and returned to the other world. Although Rosa was sad to see her grandmother go, she was happy to have spent another night with her. The Vuelven legend reflects the Bolivian people's attitude towards death. Death is not seen as an end, but as a continuation of life. The Vuelven serve as a bridge between the past and the future, beyond family ties. The spirit of the forest. The indigenous people living deep in the rainforests of South America consider nature a sacred entity. At the heart of this belief is Leshi, the spirit of the forest. Respected by hunters and those who harm the forest, Leshi is a powerful being who is called upon for help. Kai, who lived in a small village, would go hunting with his father. His father told him many stories about Leshi. He said that Leshi was the protector of the forest, that he gave good hunts to hunters, but that he punished those who harmed the forest. Kai believed his father's stories and always paid his respects to Leshi before entering the forest. One day, while Kai and his father were walking deep into the forest, they got lost. The sun was setting and darkness had enveloped them. Realizing they were lost, Kai began to fear. Just then, they saw a light in the distance. As they walked towards the source of the light, they saw an old man under a large tree. The man's eyes were shining, and his voice was as if all the sounds of the forest were combined. Kai realized that the man was Leshi. Leshi smiled at them and said, "Don't be afraid, children. I will get you out of here." Leshi showed them the way and helped them reach their village. When they returned to their village, Kai and his father thanked Leshi and offered him gifts. The legend of Leshi emphasizes the importance of living in harmony with nature. The forest is not just made up of trees, it is a sacred place where spirits live. Leshi is the representative of these spirits. The legend teaches that humans should respect nature and not underestimate the power of nature. Kenku, the shape-shifting lyre. The indigenous people living in the deep forests of Guyana have great respect for the mysterious powers and spirits of nature. One of the most interesting of these spirits is Kenku. Kenku is a spirit that can take on any shape it wants, usually appearing as a bird or a human. However, it uses this ability to deceive people and take advantage of them. Anya, who lived in a small village, had heard many scary stories about Kenku from her grandmother. Her grandmother told her that Kenku came to the village disguised as a beautiful young girl or a handsome young man, gained the trust of people by saying that he would help them, and then deceived them and stole their belongings. Anya believed her grandmother's stories and was afraid to go into the forest alone. One day, while searching for a cow that was lost near the village, Anya met a beautiful young girl in the depths of the forest. The young girl was very kind to Anya, said she wanted to help her find the cow. Anya trusted the young girl and went with her to search for the cow. However, the young girl led Anya deep into the forest and suddenly turned into a bird. Anya was very scared and started to shout. Just then, she heard voices coming from the village. The villagers had come to the forest to search for Anya. When Kenku saw the villagers approaching, it turned back into a human and ran away. The villagers saved Anya and realized that Kenku was an evil spirit. The legend of Kenku teaches people to be careful about trusting others. Looking good or acting kindly does not mean someone is truly good. This legend also reminds us that nature can be mysterious and sometimes dangerous. Sete Quimbanda, the seven powerful Orisha. In the heart of Brazil, there lies a rich religious heritage where African-rooted beliefs and local culture blend together. In this complex and fascinating world, a group of seven powerful Orisha, known as Sete Quimbanda, holds a special place. Sete Quimbanda consists of seven Orisha, each with different powers and influences. Each one helps people in different areas: love, money, health, protection, and so on. Those who believe in these Orisha worship them through rituals, dances, and song. According to belief, through these rituals, the power of the Orisha is invoked and positive effects are brought into their lives. Anna, who lived in a small coastal village, was going through a difficult time. Her family was ill and their financial situation was deteriorating. Feeling helpless, Anna went to the village's elderly shaman. After listening to Anna's problems, the shaman suggested that she pray to Sete Quimbanda. Guided by the shaman, Anna participated in a ceremony held in a special area outside the village. While dancing and singing with other believers, she prayed to Sete Quimbanda for help in the depths of her heart. At the end of the ceremony, she felt a deep peace. The next day, her family's condition began to improve slowly. Anna believed that she had healed thanks to the prayers of Sete Quimbanda. The legend of Sete Quimbanda has been an important source of hope and support for people in difficult times. This legend emphasizes the importance of communities where people are connected to each other and come together around shared beliefs. It also reminds us of the importance of respecting the forces of nature and the universe.